Hi everyone, welcome back to another Transformers toy review. Taken me a little while to get around to reviewing this guy. This is Ocular Max Swindle, or their version of it, PS15. I don't know quite how you pronounce that. I want to say Fraudo, but Fraudo. Munition expert, as you can clearly see, is supposed to be Swindle from the Combaticons, so this one is their second in the series. They have released all of them now, and I do have all of them. I haven't yet combined them, so I'll save that as part of the videos ongoing. I've reviewed Vortex so far, so this time we'll look at Swindle. He comes packaged in vehicle mode, in this kind of retro style packaging. I love the feel of it. You've kind of got this embossed kind of, you see where it's all shiny, the artwork on it is really nice. And then you get a picture of him in robot mode and vehicle mode. Unfortunately, I've had this guy for about a year without reviewing him, and during that time I've lost that this little kind of stand here for the guns, and I've lost also one of the extra heads, which is really annoying. Hopefully as I go through and do these reviews I'll find the extra bits, and yeah, we can add that to it. On the back here you get kind of a transformation sequence. As part of these reviews I'll go through robots, well, vehicle to robot mode, and then I'll do a review doing the transformation into combined mode. So I'll do that as the overall combined mode, and then you get this cool tech spec which I really dig. It's even got the same font and everything that they use for those. So it says he's an opportunist above all. He would rather make a quick buck even if it just puts his team in danger. He's an expert in weaponry and has created a great side business for himself, selling all types of weapons to both sides during the war. A bit of a typo there. He regards himself as a great entrepreneur and doesn't care who wins the war as long as he gets to line his pockets and is standing strong at the end. You can see he's quite low on strength, high on intelligence, low on speed, about average endurance, rank midway, courage pretty low. The firepower's not bad at 7 and skill 10, so he's right at the top there. And then at the bottom here it shows you the figures so far at that time, Vortex and Swindle, with the others still to come. More of the same on the side. You get your instruction booklet, which flips out. Well, it's M&C that do this, so it's a very similar kind of booklet that you get with them, although they don't do the cartoon with these ones. So it shows you what should come in it. The bits I'm missing is the weapon support and the additional head. However, I do have an additional head which comes with, I think, Brawl. As you go through, you do get an additional head. So I do have 2 heads with him, but I should have 3. So you get that. You also get his kind of bio card as well, which has got the same sort of stuff on, and then all of his stats there. So that's pretty good. And then you get this, which is obviously used, is your decoder on the back there, just to make it a little bit easier to see what's what. Otherwise you can't see anything. So that's that. Yeah, so this is the head that I did have on him, which I've swapped out for the one on Brawn, which is like a more of a laughing face. And yeah, very good detailing on it. The sculpt works really well. It's got a bit of a grumpy face on this one, but this paint, which is gunmetal and purple for the eyes, which is very nice. And then just to undo it, you just kind of unscrew it from the back here, just loosen it up, and then you can just pop it off. And you get the 2 weapons. You cannot plug them on the side, so even if you do lose them like me, this is where the gun port would go in, and they would then fix on either side. So you can still plug them on either side, so you do get that. And they are just cast in this kind of grey plastic with black paint down here and on the side, at the top, round here. So it's done fairly well. There isn't anything that pops out on this one. There is a function later on where you can hold it, you can peg that into his arm, which is shown on the thing there. And this one here, which is kind of like a missile gun. Again, this kind of grey plastic with the silver paint on the top here. And this one can flip out like that, so he can then hold it in his hands in robot mode. Right, so we've got everything here. Here he is in his vehicle mode. You can see I've added a Decepticon sticker on here. Yeah, there's a purple paint on the front here, which is done really well. See-through plastic for the wing mirror. This is all painted as well. This does move kind of all the way up to the top there, or if you just want it kind of leaning back a bit like that. You've even got steering wheel in here, so you can move this up. You can't move it side to side, but you can kind of tilt it either way. Seats in here as well. They can move forward a little bit and back. So it's pretty clever how this is done. And then you get rubber tyres and some nice paint in here for the wheels as well. Rolls pretty nice as well. This bit here is quite close to the ground. That's the only thing to be aware of. And then you even get a spare wheel on the back, which just attaches like that. And that does also rotate around as well. On the front here, you get some nice paint for the lights. No paint for the grille, which is yeah, kind of unfortunate. I don't know about that, but there's a little paint added there. And the bumper here is just grey or dark plastic here as well. Some little paint apps as you go around on the side here. All in all, pretty good looking vehicle mode, I have to say. Yeah, pretty impressed. It's been a little while since I've transformed this guy, so I'll try and take you best through it. This section here kind of comes undone, so you kind of have to wiggle it out a little bit. Oh, this bit's come off, so I'm not sure the best way to do it. There's lots of bits that have to come unplugged, so you're probably better off unplugging them along the way. I can just pull that bit out like that. That comes out. These bits here, don't need to plug them out, but it shows you how this kind of leg mechanism is going to pull down. You do need these bits up, I think. There's a few little bits like that that are just a little bit tricky just to open up. Pull that out like that. Yeah, you kind of want to shimmy it out. Just they're just connected. These parts, this part of the other side here as well. Like that. This bit comes apart like so. And I should be able to slide some of this back. This bit comes forward. So you can see where the legs have moved out. And then on this side, I'm going to do the same as well. There we go, like that. And this then does pull out in a way, he says. Kind of comes out, kind of fold out, so I think you have to lift these out of the way a little bit. You see where you've got the tops of the legs there. There you go, so they've come undone there. Then these legs. Don't know if this bit needs to come out a little bit as well. Yeah. So there's probably just that little bit there, just stopping it from pulling back, I think. There we go. Okay, and then this will come back and fold over that. So that hold that into place. The engineering on this is pretty clever, but I haven't transformed this in a little while, so it does take a little bit of getting used to, trying to figure out where everything goes. Just checking to see on the foot how that kind of comes back. I think it's going to be like that, and then this bit here is going to come out to the back here like that. I think it's like that, and then this comes down here, this comes over here, kind of, and that bit's not quite right. I think this bit comes back in a little bit, maybe. No, that does come down. Ah, I know what it is. It folds the other way. So it's a pain having to unpeg all of these things. Yeah, I think this bit here just comes back up there, and then it just folds the other way, like folds down like that. Peg all these other bits back in, I think. Is it back in like that? I think that goes back up like that, and then this bit comes in there, and then you've got this bit coming back down like that, and that collapses in like so. So I'll try and repeat that on this side. So yeah, try and get everything. So then fold this leg out going forward, peg this back out like that, like so. Try and push this back up. So push that bit back down in there. That's going to come across there. That's going to go up into there. That's going to go into there. Come down here. That's going to come out and down here like that. And then you can see you've kind of got the bottom half of him done. And then if I lift this up, by the way, I've got this on the side just because I use it to take some pictures. It's actually part of a well, just a toy thing that I picked up ages ago. It was only like a couple of quid, and I thought it looked good alongside some other toys and bits and pieces. So yeah, so let's have a look. This bit comes open on the back like so, and that's his arms, and obviously you can see his head is all kind of tidied away in there. These bits come undone from the side, but it's kind of, you have to pull them out from here a little bit, so it's a bit of a tricky one really, because they come up, these bits come undone from the side here like that. So it comes undone from there. There's a little tab there. There's also another tab underneath here. Probably what you're going to have to do is try and, this bit folds down, it just covers part of his leg like that. Just get something in there. Yeah, it's a tricky one. You're going to have to sort of just pull it away a little bit there, because this is where it's going to kind of come away slightly, so you probably just have to get your hands in there like that, put it away like that. Get your hands in that bit, that's probably the best place to pull it away. Just have to be careful because that's quite a tight connection there, and you're a bit worried this is quite thin, that could break. So as you do, you kind of pull the arms out. There's lots of bits that kind of fold away on this one. It's quite an interesting sort of transformation, really. This bit here even kind of lifts up and flips out. This lifts up like so. Even this bit here just folds away like that, out of the way. These bits come in like that. These bits fold in there like so. You can see where they should line up, just in those little gaps. So it's two little bits either side like that. This bit I think folds up as well, so it's quite clever way of doing it. And then these bits fold up, that folds in like that. Which way does the head fold? Go around like that. I want to say it's something like that. I've got to do that afterwards. Right. There we go. So his head should then fold out. If I pull this over here. Been really daft and missing something, not I? It goes in like that. These arms are off to the side. Can't move it that way, so it has to be that way. Can this bit go up anymore? That feels like it should fold into there. Fold these bits back into here a second. You can see there's a little stress mark on there. So those are a couple of bits that you have to be really careful with, which I'm obviously not doing a very good job of doing that. How does this bit move out of the way? Just this bit slides down. That was it. I think. I'm sure that was it. So let's sort out the arms a second. That may help us out with this bit. So these bits come in like that. This bit folds under and around. These arms fold out to the side. Out and around. This is quite an involved transformation, but it's quite fun. But yeah, it does take a little bit of kind of getting used to it. I think these bits then fold back in like that. For the life of me, I'm trying to work out what happens in here, because that bit. because when he's in robot mode, that symbol, I think I've got. No, because in robot mode he has this bit at the top here, so I think this kind of swivels around at some point. So let's pull these bits out again. I'm sure this bit must kind of swivel out, or swivel around. How do we do it? That's pulled out as far as it can go. Right, I'm going to have to stop the camera and just try and work this out a second. Right, I worked it out. It's actually attached here, so instead of swiveling around, you have to kind of unpeg it, and it's on like a little swivel here, which then means once that's out of the way, you can then swivel the head round and kind of come round and kind of, I think, tuck this in behind with that in like that, which then means this whole piece here can swivel around, and then it kind of plugs back in here. So you just kind of straighten out the wheels, push them in again like that. I think that's right. These are plugged in right. That plugs in there. I'm missing anything. Then this comes up over the back here, I think. Yeah, this bit here I'm not convinced about if this is supposed to tuck into the back here, or if it just fits over the back and then this bit fits over there like that. Check that out, see what's the best way to do that. For the time being, I'll put it like that. This will come down. Yeah, so this bit is actually in the way when I try and push this bit down. So that answers that question. So yeah, it seems like it's in the way a little bit there. So I'll put that down there. We'll check on that one to just see where the best place to put that is. Yeah, I think I've got everything lined up properly. Tough one to check on. This bit comes back down here. Let's do this and sort out his arms anyway. They kind of fold out a little bit and swivel round, and then they just open up like normal. Really nice and simple. They come out like that. That. Swivel up. Open up. Get the old arms out. Like that. Get his fingers sorted out. And there, you kind of roughly got him in his robot mode. So there he is. I'll just get him cleaned up a sec and sort out the backpack and that, and then we'll take a proper look at him. Well, I'm back. It took me a little while. I got to it in the end. What I couldn't work out is how it all plugged together. I had it like that, which didn't quite fit in properly. You can kind of do it over the back there, and that fits into place. But that means you can't put that in. And that is actually quite a tight connection. That's quite good. But if you fold it out, these bits out like that, and then fit that over, that fits in quite nicely. It kind of pegs over then. It does eventually click into place as you heard it, and then like that. And that's what it's supposed to look like. There's a bit of a gap in there, but yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. Obviously you've got the grinning face on him there, which is nice. This is the one that came with Brawn, and you get a decent bit of movement with it. You can look all the way down, up, kind of to the side a little bit, either side like that. You can rotate it all the way around. The arms go all the way around, out to the side. A little bit of a butterfly there to do with the transformation. Swivel there. Double jointed elbow pretty much. The fists rotate. They open all up. So you've got one thumb. Thumb is on like a ball peg, and then they're all individually articulated on here. Yeah, they've all got the same amount of articulation on them. And then you can get your gun, and you can kind of see where it fits into that kind of groove. So set it in there and then close the hands around it. It's not a perfect fit, but it does fit in there, and he's not going to lose it or anything. And then this other gun doesn't do the same, but you can peg it in here. So that just pegs in like that on the side. So again, that looks neat. I think that's a good way of doing it. And then you get a waist articulation, so that goes all the way around. Looks really good. And the legs, well, they can go all the way up, all the way back, pretty much, all the way out to the side. Good tolerances, friction. This goes all the way around as well. Bend to there. Feet out to there, so a fair bit. Feet forward and back, and then this piece here can move forward and back as well. So you get enough on him, I would say, for display purposes and to get a decent pose out of him. And you can move these around however you want. Yeah, so I think that works pretty well. And if you want to see what he looks like against Vortex, I'll bring him in. Just stand him up properly. So move him off to one side, bring in Vortex, and they scale quite well. The only thing I would say, Vortex's head is a little bit bigger, and he's got this thing where kind of sits back away from the body a little bit. So like this it looks all right, but close up it does look a little bit odd. I think the heads do with just being just a jot smaller, but they look pretty good together. Be interesting to see what the little group look like together. And you know, obviously you've got the alternative head. And I'll just show you how you can swap it out. It's real simple. Just unscrew it a little bit at the back there, just enough to be able to pop it off like that, and pop the other one on. Just tighten it up like so. Get your finger trapped, and there you go. I think I used the smiley face, I think. Also, that the other one seems to fit a little bit better. It's a bit of a snugger connection, I noticed when I did it. There you go. Yeah, so that head actually fits a little bit better. Anyway, yeah, sorry about this transformation. It does take a while, so you know, that's just to demonstrate, really, hopefully, that it is a tricky transformation, but it is also quite fun. But it does take a little while to perfect it. Once you've done it a couple of times. In fairness, before today, I hadn't transformed him in just under 12 months, so I was a little bit rusty. You know, even having looked through the instructions a bit, I was a bit, oh, can't remember this bit. Like I said, I will cover the rest. So the next one is going to be looking at Onslaught, and then I'll look at, I think after that it is, I think it's Blast Off, and then Brawl is the last one. I do also have the Perfect Effect add-on kit as well to take a look at as well. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching if you managed to survive to the end. And that's it for now. Stay safe, guys. Bye-bye.